We're racing in Texas. Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher into the gas first. Side by side as they go through 1 and 2 for the first time, and 3 wide back there in row 5.
Yeah, Larson got inside the 20 of Christopher Bell, which forced Denny Hamlin to the 3rd lane, but no battle settled up front as we see Bubba Wallace on the inside, that blue 17 of Chris Buescher on the outside.
Really impressed by Buescher's ability to run that second groove through 3 and 4 with pace early in this race. Not tiptoeing around this racetrack up there in that second groove. They went after it.
It'll be harder down here, though. 3 and 4 has more grip, so it has it immediately. This side does not have it as quick.
Jeff Jr., you guys were just down on this racetrack just minutes ago. We're hearing that it's 141 degrees track temp.
Yeah,
it's true.
Miserable. it's hot down there, and that's going to take away a lot of grip on the racetrack. Drivers will be moving around, though. That's one great thing about the heat in the surface of the racetrack in the heat of the day. It makes this racetrack wide.
The comparison is Bubba Wallace coming in with no playoff points. For him to advance, we've looked at the history, it's going to take about 104 points, which if you break that down into the 3 races, it's 35 points a race, which means he has to finish second in these 3 races to get that many points. For William Byron and Martin Truex Jr., they've got to finish 14th to get the same number of points because of all the playoff points they're starting with.
The big difference maker, though, is you're assuming both 0 in the stages.
Yes.
There are 20 points available, so for Bubba Wallace, who's qualified on the pole, I think that's the pathway. I don't look as much at the finishes as points earned. So for Bubba Wallace, cars like him that are on the outside of the playoff, currently below the cut line, they need stage points. That's Bubba Wallace's goal. Unfortunately, for the other side of the playoff guys, Ryan Blaney is the guy down there in 12th, currently at -35, and it's going to take a big mix-up in the field for him to score stage points because he's all the way back in 25th, Jeff.
Bubba Wallace, will see if he is able to hold on.
Oh, big crash! Turn 3 and 4.
Hard hit for the 3 team.
So the wheel came off of it. You see it, or you saw it bouncing down the racetrack. There it is.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Unbelievable. Oh.
Look at driver's side. The damage to the driver's side of this one for Dillon.
And that's just such a helpless feeling for the 3 of Dillon. I mean, you can't do anything. I mean, he knew something was going on, but you can't just slow the car down and stop it. You're absolutely flying down the back straightaway.
I wasn't sure if Martin got through there clean. Looking at it from a distance from the booth here as it was happening.
The question, I think, is right here. If we freeze it, I see tire, I see wheel, and if you zoom right there, I believe that is the wheel nut. That is the evidence for you. Tight wheels don't come off. Tight wheel nuts do not come off. So very confident that this is an issue post pit stop for the 3 car. So crazy at this speed. You see all the components. You could hear the frustration. We also heard the crew chief said they would talk about it. So obviously a miscue.
Tries to draw even here. Gets up off the racetrack. We got another spin.
Almirola is around. Bowman is around.
Obviously down to 1 and 2. It is so slick down there.
They're running right around the 15th position there, the 2 of them.
Lucky there's no more cars involved in that than it was, right in the middle of the pack. Here you go, great shot.
Wide 2 rows in front.
Yeah, Hocevar's up the track just a little bit, and it just kind of upsets the 48 car.
To go up there and pass William Byron in time.
Oh, he's spinning out.
Up into the wall goes Kyle Busch. And hard contact with the back of the car. The caution comes out with under 7 laps to go in the stage.
A good sign that the car did fold up and absorb some of that impact, but because of that, you see with the result. The result is a car that is severely damaged. It'll be shocking if they can keep this car going. They're going to be on the damaged vehicle policy from right now. They've entered the yellow line. 7 minutes is all they have to try to make something out of this. Now,
right there really early. Definitely like this car was suffering some sort of an issue. And I know we tried to point to many reasons why the balance would be affected the way it was, why he may be feeling the things that he was feeling. I would absolutely, if I was Kyle Busch, want to know how much air is in that right front tire right now.
All right, stay low. Stay low.
He was adamant that there was an issue.
Reddick making up row 1. One more time around here at stage 1. Bell on the outside, pushing Reddick. Reddick out front now. Down the backstretch, and Reddick pulling away. Buescher trying to get that second spot from Bell. And the smart move to win the stage is stay out. That's what Reddick has done. Buescher, Bell, Byron, all getting playoff points. Or
we got a spin.
Stage points.
The 19th around into turn 1. All the cars, Rick, were checking up really hard past the flag stand. And the rest of the field from behind, the second half of the field, just ran right up on the back bumper. A lot of bumper tag and chain reaction happening there.
And
So everybody jumps out of the gas really hard. 43 hits the 6 into the 19.
I don't know if Eric Jones didn't know it was the end of the stage or
Well,
just...
I will be honest with you. There was a couple cars that lifted really hard. You know, unusually hard right around 10th spot. Everybody just kind of ran right up on it.
To get to those 5. Stage 2 is now underway. Reddick and Buescher making up row 1. Big push from Michael McDowell in the 34 on Reddick. Buescher falling back as Michael McDowell, so strong, made the playoffs this year after winning at Indy. Wasn't able to advance to the round of 12, but definitely showing strength here at Texas early.
I'm at the 14 of Briscoe on the outside. He just flew by the guys on the inside lane.
We're probably going to jump in the canoe with him and come to pit road, just afraid to lose too much time to the leader.
Get Tyler Reddick with a 2.0
Wow,
as we see a spin with Corey LaJoie. And the caution will come out here. 55 to go, Steve. They're in their window. Everybody comes?
Yeah, everybody comes. There's a right rear tire down on the 7 car. I don't know if that was the cause of the accident or the result of the accident.
Talked all day about 1 and 2 being slick. It's like Corey's just out of the groove. Again, don't know if the tire went down and that's why he was there, or if it went down through this slide. You see it popped right there.
That's exactly right, Jeff. I saw the same thing. So it looks up, and then there's the right rear going flat. So that tells me that it wasn't a flat tire that caused him to spin.
As back to racing for 47 to go still in stage 2. Bubba Wallace looking very strong as it's 3 wide behind him. Larson with over a 6-second advantage on Eric Jones and looking for another stage win. He entered the playoffs with 17 playoff points, has now added 7 since they started. That's including that win at Darlington to kick things off, but he wins stage 2 here at Texas. We see Allmendinger diving in here, trying to get by Carson Hocevar in the 42. Logano still struggling. It's been all day as Hocevar might have got into the wall there a bit.
He did get in the wall. He had a big moment off of turn 2.
Oh, he's got problems. I think, he's going to...
All right, just stay calm here. We'll be all right.
Stay calm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure whether he had a bent toe link or something there. He's getting ready to go off in the corner.
For Ross Chastain in the 11th position, despite having that throttle position sensor going dead or going bad, making the most of the day, getting track position. As we have a crash right now.
Yep, the 15
of J.J. Yaley.
Yaley is around, and the caution has come out, which means another restart.
Damage to the left rear and the left front.
Yeah, everybody's been pushing that second lane. They've been opening that racetrack up, but still, it's like dancing on a razor blade. If you just go over it by a few inches, there is no grip.
20 laps to go.
Great launch by Bubba Wallace in the outside lane.
Did he get a little help there from the 14 of Briscoe? They're door to door as they go through 1 and 2. Wheel to wheel into 3. Bubba Wallace holding strong on the outside.
What a move through 3 and 4 by Bubba Wallace to stay right there. He's going to have to stay aggressive, stay tight on the door of this 5.
Oh, around goes a 5.
Loose under you, keep coming.
He slides it into the wall. He goes, the caution comes
Yellow's
out.
out, just get it rolling, you're fine. Just keep...
No air on the 5 as he was going through turn 1, and around he went.
They go down to the corner. It's like the back end just comes right around.
And remember, this is on older tires. You know, so although we haven't seen a massive difference in tire grip between old and new, you are sailing down into turn 1, and we talk about how little grip it is down there, and just the back of the car just comes around on him.
So Briscoe gives that 14 a tap, or the 23 a tap. As soon as he felt that, he gassed it. Oh, big crash on the front straightaway.
And a lot of cars collected. The 12 of Ryan Blaney's involved. The 38.
So the 45 hits the wall, and then I believe the next car to make contact with the wall, the 12 ends up running into the back of that car.
And look at Truex right here in the middle of it all.
Can he win his way into the round of 8? It's 6 laps remaining. Green flag's back in the air.
Green, all.
Bubba doesn't get the clearance that he needs. We're going to be side by side down into turn 1.
He's got the momentum.
Oh, he had to lift right there, Rick. Now we're side by side down the back straightaway contact. Here comes Byron to the inside, 3 wide.
3 wide for the lead. Now William Byron to the inside, right up to the back bumper of the 23. Wallace a little loose. Here comes Byron. He clears him. Byron in front. 5 laps to go. To the bottom of the racetrack goes Bubba Wallace, and William Byron will also go down there out front here at Texas.
Chase slides, or Bubba slid up the racetrack into Chase there a little bit. Chase has to jump out of the gas, losing several spots in that 9 car. Chastain's going to drive in that mirror. He's going to go wherever he sees that 23. Oh, the 20 car. Christopher Bell flies into the picture, almost making contact.
2 Toyotas side by side for 3rd. Here comes Bell to the inside. Wallace strong on the outside again.
Bell right on that white line, using that, looking for grip. Not going to be able to clear Bubba Wallace.
Under 2 laps to go. Bell, a little wiggle there, allows Wallace to have the advantage. He's up to 3rd. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. William Byron. Is it going to be the driver of the 24 that gives Rick Hendrick his 300th win in the Cup Series? Down the backstretch for the final time, the winningest driver in 2023, already 5 wins, and now looking to secure a spot in the round of 8. William Byron, the 25-year-old, is going to win at Texas. He's into the round of 8.
No! 374! Moving on to round 8. Hell yeah! Woo!
Be able to get into the round of 8. The momentum that the 5 of Kyle Larson and the 11 of Denny Hamlin have had entering these playoffs. And with the accident of the 5 of Larson, does that momentum shift to the 24 now? William Byron, is he the front runner as we get closer to the championship 4 in Phoenix? This checkered flag moment brought to you by Advance Auto Parts.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.